English learner. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Emma.
And I'm James.
Today we're going to talk about a very, very special topic.
That's right. This topic was actually suggested by one of our listeners.
Exactly. So keep those comments coming because we want to create lessons that you need and want.
So, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're diving into a question that many people think about. Is a game just a game?
That's a big question. At first, you might think a game is just something fun to do. But is it really just for fun?
Let's explore this idea. When we play games, we often have a good time, right? We laugh, we cheer, and we enjoy the moment.
Yes, but think about it, games can also teach us important lessons. For example, playing a team sport helps us learn about teamwork.
Exactly. Teamwork is when people work together to reach a common goal. In a game, this is important. If one player does not cooperate, the whole team may lose.
That's true, and games can teach us about winning and losing too. Sometimes we win, and sometimes we lose. How does that feel?
Winning feels great. It makes us happy and proud. But losing can be hard. We might feel sad or disappointed.
Yes, but losing can also teach us valuable lessons. It helps us understand that we can always try again and improve.
Right, so games can be a way to learn resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from difficult situations. When we lose a game, we learn to get back up and try again.
And think about this. Many people play games to relax and take a break from their daily lives. Games can be a way to escape from stress.
That's a good point. For some people, playing a game helps them forget their problems for a while. It's like taking a vacation in their mind.
Exactly. And let's not forget about creativity. Many games encourage us to think creatively and solve problems.
Yes, when we play puzzle games or strategy games, we have to come up with new ideas. This can make us think outside the box.
So, it seems like games are not just about having fun. They can teach us many things.
Definitely, but let's think about other types of games. There are video games, board games, and even outdoor games.
Good point. Each type of game offers different experiences. Video games often have stories and adventures, while board games can be about strategy and planning.
And outdoor games, like tag or soccer, get us moving and help us stay healthy. So, in many ways, games are more than just games.
That's right. They can help us build friendships too. When we play together, we make memories and strengthen our connections.
Yes, so when we think about games, we should remember all these different aspects. They can teach us life lessons, help us relax, and connect with others.
And that makes us ask, is a game just a game? Maybe the answer is no.
That's a good thought. Now, let's dive deeper into this topic and explore some examples of how games impact our lives in different ways.
Let's dive deeper into this topic and explore some examples of how games impact our lives in different ways.
Great idea. One popular game that many people play is chess. Chess is not just a game of strategy. It teaches us to think ahead and plan our moves carefully.
Exactly. In chess, every move matters. If you make a mistake, it can cost you the game. This helps players learn to think critically and make decisions.
And it's not just about winning. Chess teaches patience and discipline. Sometimes we have to wait for the right moment to make our move.
That's true. Now, let's talk about video games. Many people enjoy playing video games, but there are different types like action games, adventure games, and role-playing games.
Yes, some video games tell amazing stories and let players explore new worlds. They can even teach history and problem-solving skills.
Exactly. For example, games like Civilization teach players about building empires and making strategic decisions. Players learn about different cultures and history while having fun.
And let's not forget about cooperative games. In these games, players must work together to achieve a common goal. Games like Overcooked or Minecraft are great examples.
Yes, In Overcooked, players must communicate and collaborate to prepare meals in a restaurant. It teaches teamwork and effective communication.
That's right, working together in these games can strengthen friendships and improve social skills. It's all about cooperation.
Now, let's shift gears and talk about board games. Board games have been around for a long time. They bring people together and encourage face-to-face interaction.
Absolutely, games like Monopoly and Settlers of Catan are not just about rolling dice. They require strategy, negotiation, and sometimes even a little luck.
Yes, in Monopoly, players must manage money and make smart decisions. This can teach us about finances and resource management.
And Settlers of Catan is all about trading and building. Players learn how to negotiate and work with others to succeed. It's a fun way to practice important life skills.
So, whether it's a video game, a board game, or a sport, games can provide us with valuable lessons. But we also have to think about the balance of gaming in our lives.
That's a good point. While games can be beneficial, we should be careful not to play too much. It's important to balance gaming with other activities like studying, exercising, and spending time with family and friends.
Exactly. Moderation is key. We want to enjoy games without letting them take over our lives. This way, we can benefit from the lessons they teach while also focusing on our health and relationships.
And remember, the world of games is vast. There are always new games being created that offer different experiences and lessons.
Yes, and with technology evolving, we see new ways to play games too. Virtual reality and augmented reality are changing how we experience gaming.
That's fascinating. These technologies can make games feel even more real. But it's still important to remember the core lessons games teach us.
Absolutely. So, as we explore this topic further, let's think about how these different games and experiences shape our understanding of life.
And what they teach us about ourselves and our relationships with others.
What they teach us about ourselves and our relationships with others.
Exactly, games can reveal a lot about our personalities. For instance, some people are very competitive and want to win at all costs.
Yes, others might just play for fun and enjoy the experience regardless of winning or losing. This can show how we handle success and failure.
That's right. And when we play with friends, we see how our different styles of play can affect the game. It teaches us to appreciate our unique qualities.
Definitely. Another interesting aspect is how games can help with emotional expression. In some games, players must deal with challenges that can mimic real-life situations.
Good point. For example, in narrative-driven games like Life is Strange, players face emotional decisions that can lead to different outcomes. This can help them explore their feelings.
Exactly. Playing these games can lead to discussions about emotions and choices in real life. They give us a safe space to think about our actions and their consequences.
And that's an important skill. Understanding our emotions and learning how to express them can make us better friends and family members.
So true. And let's not forget about the role of games in education. Many teachers use games to make learning more engaging.
Yes, educational games can make subjects like math and science fun. They motivate students to learn while enjoying the process.
For example, Kahoot is a game that teachers often use in classrooms. It allows students to answer questions in a fun and interactive way.
And games like Prodigy turn math into an adventure. Students solve math problems to progress through a story. It keeps them engaged and learning at the same time.
Exactly. These games show that learning can be fun, and they encourage teamwork among classmates.
So games really are more than just games. They can be tools for learning, emotional growth, and building connections.
Yes, but we should also consider how different cultures view games. In some cultures, games are a way to connect with traditions and history.
Good point. For instance, traditional games like Ludo in India or Mahjong in China have been played for generations. They hold cultural significance and often bring families together.
Exactly. These games are not just for fun. They can also teach players about their heritage and values.
And as we explore this topic, it's essential to remember the power of games to unite people. Whether through sports or video games, they can bring different cultures together.
Right, gaming events and tournaments can create friendships across borders, making the world feel smaller and more connected.
So, when we think about the question, is a game just a game? We see it's much deeper than that. Games can have significant impacts on our lives, our learning, and our relationships.
And as we continue discussing, let's consider how we can use games to foster connections and understanding among different people and cultures.
Let's consider how we can use games to foster connections and understanding among different people and cultures.
Absolutely. Games can be a bridge that brings people together. For example, online multiplayer games allow players from all over the world to team up and work towards common goals.
Yes, in games like Fortnite or World of Warcraft, players can form friendships with others who might live in different countries. They share experiences and learn from each other.
Exactly. This helps break down barriers and build empathy. Players learn to appreciate different perspectives and backgrounds through shared experiences in the game.
And let's not forget about the role of storytelling in games. Many games have rich narratives that reflect cultural values and ideas.
That's true. Games like The Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy often incorporate themes from various cultures. Players can experience and learn about these cultures while having fun.
Yes, this exposure can spark curiosity and encourage players to learn more about different cultures outside of the game.
And storytelling in games can also inspire creativity. Players can create their own characters, worlds, and stories, which fosters imagination.
That's right, this creative expression can be empowering. It allows players to explore their identities and share their stories with others.
And speaking of stories, let's talk about the impact of games on mental health. Games can serve as a form of therapy for some people.
Absolutely, many find comfort in gaming, especially during tough times. It can provide an escape and a way to manage stress.
Yes, games can create a sense of achievement and purpose. Completing challenges or levels can boost our mood and confidence.
And there are even games designed specifically for mental health, like Journey or Celeste. These games often focus on emotional experiences and can provide valuable insights.
Exactly. They encourage players to reflect on their feelings and experiences, helping them understand their emotions better.
But it's essential to maintain a healthy balance with gaming. While it can be beneficial, we should also pay attention to our real-life relationships and responsibilities.
That's very important. Games should enhance our lives, not take over them. Finding that balance is key to enjoying the positive aspects of gaming.
And as we wrap up this discussion, it's clear that games are much more than just a way to pass the time. They are tools for learning, connection, and self-discovery.
Absolutely. Whether we are playing for fun or learning, games have the power to shape our lives and experiences in meaningful ways.
So, as we continue to think about games, let's remember their potential to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us.
Yes, and now that we've explored so much about games, let's talk about how we can choose the right games for our needs and interests.
Let's talk about how we can choose the right games for our needs and interests.
That's a great idea. With so many options available, it can be overwhelming to find the best games.
Exactly. One good approach is to think about what you want from a game. Are you looking for fun, learning, or maybe a mix of both?
Right. If you want to learn something new, look for educational games that focus on the subjects you're interested in. There are many apps and games designed specifically for learning.
Yes, games like Duolingo for language learning or Prodigy for math can make studying enjoyable and interactive.
And if you're looking for social connections, consider games that encourage teamwork. Multiplayer games can help you meet new friends while having fun.
Exactly. It's also important to read reviews and get recommendations from friends or online communities. They can help you find games that suit your interests.
And don't forget to try different genres. You might discover that you enjoy a type of game you never thought you would.
That's so true. For example, someone who usually plays action games might find they love puzzle games or role-playing games instead.
And remember to pay attention to your feelings while playing. If a game makes you stressed or frustrated, it might not be the right choice for you.
That's an important point. Gaming should be a positive experience. If it becomes overwhelming, taking a break is always a good idea.
Exactly. It's also helpful to set limits on your gaming time. This way, you can enjoy games without letting them interfere with other parts of your life.
And when you find a game you love, share it with others. Inviting friends or family to play together can create wonderful memories and strengthen your bonds.
Absolutely. Sharing experiences in games can lead to laughter and teamwork, making the game even more enjoyable.
So, as we wrap up this podcast, we hope you've gained new insights into the world of games. They are truly more than just games. They can be powerful tools for learning, connection, and personal growth.
Yes. Whether you're playing for fun, learning, or connecting with others, games can enrich our lives in many ways.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you feel inspired to explore different games and consider their impact on your life.
And remember, while games are fun, it's essential to find balance in everything we do.
So, until next time, keep playing, keep learning, and have fun.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.